Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching Ecosystems Assessment 2. So before going to the assessment, let us briefly review the key concepts. Ecosystems are defined by the network of interactions among organisms and between organisms and their environment, isn't it? Energy, water, nitrogen, and soil minerals are other essential abiotic factors of an ecosystem. The energy that flows through ecosystems is obtained primarily from the sun. So that's why sun is the universal source of energy, the ultimate source of energy for any ecosystem, isn't it? By breaking down dead organic matter, decomposers release carbon back to the atmosphere and facilitate nutrient cycle by converting nutrients stored in dead biomass back to a form that can be readily used by plants and other microbes. Okay, children? The ecosystems are controlled both by external and internal factors. The external factors such as climate, the parent material that form the soil, and topography control the overall structure of an ecosystem and the way things work within it, but are not themselves influenced by the ecosystem. Energy and carbon enters the ecosystems through photosynthesis, are incorporated into living tissues, transferred to other organisms that feed on the living and dead plant matter, and eventually released through respiration. The most mineral nutrients, on the other hand, are recycled within ecosystems. Ecosystems are divisible into two categories: terrestrial or land ecosystems, which include forests, grasslands, deserts, gardens, etc. And aquatic or water ecosystems include ponds, lakes, streams, estuaries, sea, etc. The man made ecosystem is one which is created and maintained by human beings. Example: agricultural fields, garden, aquarium, spacecraft, etc. Every ecosystem has both structural and functional components. The functions of ecosystem: four important functional aspects of the ecosystem are productivity, decomposition, energy flow, and nutrient cycling. If you take nutrient cycling, the biogeochemical cycles or nutrient cycles are cyclic exchanges, transfer, and storage of biogenetic nutrients through various components of ecosystem, that is biotic and abiotic, so that the nutrients can be used repeatedly. The gaseous cycles of matter, if you take in this, the materials involved in cycling are in gaseous state, and these cycles are nearly perfect. For example, hydrogen cycle, oxygen cycle, carbon cycle. Okay, carbon and phosphorus sulfur cycles are biogeocycles. Okay, the gaseous cycle: hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Okay, and sedimentary cycles of matter. Here, the materials involved in cycling are in non-gaseous state, and these cycles are almost imperfect. Example: phosphorus, calcium, and sulfur cycle. Okay, children. So why to delay? Let us enter into the second part of the assessment. Are you ready? Let us proceed. Second question. In an ecosystem, there are more prey than predators. This relationship is called food webs, predator prey relationships, pyramid of Nember, succession. So here we are talking about the Nember. There are more prey than predators. So here this is the pyramid of Nember. The pyramid of Nember becomes partly inverted, partly erect. For which ecosystem? Aquatic ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, tree ecosystem, or all of the above. So here the tree ecosystem, the pyramid of Nember becomes partly inverted, partly erect. Okay. The idea of productivity of an ecosystem can be had from pyramids of Nember, pyramids of biomass, height of the plant, development of foliage. It is the pyramid of biomass which gives an idea of productivity. The pyramid of biomass and the pyramid of Nember represent the rate of energy flow, the rate of food production, standing crop, relationship among organisms. It is ecological pyramids usually they tells us about the relationship among the organisms between the producers and the consumers. The pyramid of energy is the best representation of an ecosystem because it indicates relation of all plants and animals, total energy present in an ecosystem, the rate of food flow through the food chain. None of these. Okay, it is the pyramid of energy. It shows the rate of food flow through the food chain. Under what condition the upright pyramid of biomass becomes inverted? Grassland ecosystem, terrestrial ecosystem, pond ecosystem, tree ecosystem. It is a pond ecosystem in which the pyramid of biomass becomes inverted. In an ecosystem, the largest population is of producers, consumers, decomposers, omnivores. It is the producers always in an ecosystem. The population of producers will be more. Which of the following has the greatest amount of energy? Insectivores, carnivores, herbivores, autotrophs. It is the autotrophs. Directly they absorb the energy present in the sunlight during the process of photosynthesis. So there is a greatest amount of energy is embedded in the autotrophs, green plants. From that autotrophs, the energy transformation takes place into the heterotrophs. Herbivores are called primary consumers, secondary producers, key industry animals, all the above. Okay, they are herbivores are called primary consumers first. Okay, then secondary producers because they act as food for secondary consumers. Okay, they are also called the key industry animals, herbivores. Okay, so all of the above. In an aquatic ecosystem, microscopic animals and plants are collectively known as herbivores, fauna and flora, planktons, symbionts. Okay, they are called planktons. So they are again divided into two. That is, they are also divided into the two parts related to the plants. They are called phytoplanktons, and related to the animals they are called zooplanktons. Okay, phyto and zooplanktons, microscopic Plants are called phytoplanktons. Microscopic animals are called zooplanktons. Seaweed belongs to trophic level. Primary consumer, decomposer, primary producer, secondary consumer. It is the primary producers. Okay, belongs to plant community, autotrophic. So they are called primary producers. The second order consumer in a food chain is cattle, deer, tiger, goat. The second order consumer is the tiger. In an ecosystem, energy flows is one direction, two direction, four direction, all directions. It is in unidirectional from producers to consumers. Okay. The plankton forms are autotrophs, heterotrophs, chemotrophs, insectivorous types. They are autotrophs, especially phytoplanktons. Which ecosystem does not show various dependent upon geographic location and rainfall? Marine ecosystem, freshwater ecosystem, desert ecosystem, tropical ecosystem. It is the marine ecosystem, C. In a food web, hyenas and vultures are primary consumers, predators, scavengers, decomposers. Okay, here scavengers. So children, there is a light difference between scavengers and decomposers. Scavengers means which feed on dead organisms and clean the environment. Decomposers means the leftover dead remains of plants and animals are decomposed. Okay, can you tell us some examples of the decomposers? Bacteria and fungi. Okay, but the scavengers, hyenas, vultures, even crows come under the scavengers category. An ecosystem is a complex interacting system of, so previous contest repeated questions, start from here. JIPMER, Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Pre-Medical Entrance and Research. Okay. So here the options: individual, population, communities and their physical environment, communities and their soil conditions. It is an ecosystem is a complex interacting system of communities and their physical environment. The number of primary producers within a specified area would be maximum in pond ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem, forest ecosystem. It is the pond ecosystem in which the primary producers within a specified area would be very maximum. Nepenthes is a primary producer, consumer, primary producer and consumer, none of the above. It is acts as both producer and consumer because it is an insectivorous plant, so it is a primary producer as well as a primary consumer. The pyramid of number in a grassland ecosystem is always erect, always inverted, either erect or inverted or regular. It is always erect, straight. The pyramid that cannot be inverted in a stable ecosystem is a pyramid of number, pyramid of energy, pyramid of biomass, all the above. It is a pyramid of energy which cannot be inverted in a stable ecosystem. Okay. Driving force of an ecosystem: producer, carbohydrates in plants, biomass, solar energy. Okay, it is the solar energy, the driving force, the energy is required for any action. So the driving force of an ecosystem is solar energy. The transfer of energy from organism to organism in a natural community establishes food chains, biological control, natural barriers, all the above. It's food chains. The transfer of energy in an ecosystem takes place through food chains. That is the food energy. With regard to ecological food chain, man is a producer, consumer, both producer and consumer, producer and decomposer. So man is a consumer. Okay. The word ecosystem was first coined by Weaver and Clements, A.G. Tansley, E.P. Odum or Odum, by all above. It is A.G. Stanley, A.G. Tansley, not Stanley, A.G. Tansley introduced the word ecosystem for the first time. In a food chain of grassland ecosystem, the top consumers are carnivores, herbivores, either carnivores or herbivores, bacteria. It is a herbivores. Herbivores are the top consumers. They are grazing animals which feed on the grass. In an ecosystem, there is a flow of energy at different trophic levels. This is as follows, means the sequence of how the sequence followed by the energy in each trophic level, right, from trophic level 1 to trophic level 4, how the energy transfers. Primary consumers, tertiary consumers, secondary consumers, decomposers, producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, decomposers, or producers, decomposers, primary consumers, tertiary consumers, secondary consumers, or producers, primary consumers, tertiary consumers, secondary consumers, decomposers. So what is the correct sequence? Always first producers, from producers the energy transfers to primary consumers, that is herbivores, then from the herbivores carnivores, secondary consumers, and from them tertiary consumers, top carnivores, then from top carnivores finally decomposers. This is the sequence of flow of energy at different trophic levels in an ecosystem. We refer to the following as a food chain: large number of animals near a source of food, transfer of food energy from green plants through a series of consumer organisms, large number of human beings forming the human chain near a source of food. None of these. What is a food chain? It is nothing but the transfer of food energy from green plants producers through a series of consumer organisms. Okay. Next, the first link in any food chain is always green plants because they are widely distributed, they are firmly fixed to the soil, they alone have a capability or capacity to fix atmospheric in the presence of sunlight, to fix the atmospheric nitrogen, to fix the atmospheric carbon, okay, or all of the above. So the third one, they alone have a capacity to fix atmospheric in the presence of sunlight, atmospheric carbon. The food levels in an ecosystem are called trophic levels, consumer levels, producer levels, herbivore levels. Trophic levels, food levels means that nothing but the energy levels. Okay. Biological equilibrium is found among the producer plants, consumers and producers, decomposers, producers, consumers and decomposers. Biological equilibrium is between the producers, consumers and decomposers. Mr. X is eating curd, yogurt. For this food intake in a food chain, he should be considered as occupying first trophic level, second trophic level, third trophic level, fourth trophic level. He is occupying the third trophic level, animal food. Okay. Because grass is eaten by the cow or buffalo, then the milk is produced from that, and that is consumed by human beings. So the secondary consumer. Okay, third trophic level. So which of the following types organisms occupy more than one trophic levels in an ecosystem? Phytoplankton, frog, fish, zooplankton. It is the fish which occupy the more than one trophic level. Okay. Which of the following are the biotic components of an ecosystem? Biotic components of a habitat or ecosystem: plants, animals, decomposers, soil. Here multi correct answers. Okay, more than one option you can select. Okay, here plants or biotic components, animals or biotic components, decomposers means all the living components are the biotic components of an habitat or ecosystem. Which of these are parts of abiotic components? Soil, temperature, light, air. Soil, temperature, light. These are the main abiotic components. Which of the following are saprotrophs? Decomposers, fungi, green plants, algae. Saprotrophs are decomposers and the fungi, bacteria and fungi. In an ecosystem, which of the following are important components? Energy flow and food chain, mineral recycling and energy flow, food chain, decomposers. Okay, here all are important. Energy flow and food chain, mineral recycling and energy flow, then food chains, decomposers. Okay, multi correct answer. Last question. Terrestrial biomes has a rapid exchange of carbon dioxide, oxygen, water, all of these. Okay, so all of these. Okay, children, these are some of the questions which appeared in the previous Olympiads and NEET and medical entrance examinations. So read the lesson, clarify the doubts. So more questions you can expect from this chapter. Okay. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.